Hello and welcome back to the Mentor Monday live stream. I'm AJ, this is
Diana.
and today we have a pretty big episode to talk about. We got a lot of stuff that we want to cover because we're talking about graduate school. Diana, are you applying to graduate school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going for that master's, probably all the way to PhD.
Yeah, hopefully I can get my PhD. Trying to go through the application process right now, and it is rough. So we wanted to give you guys some tips based on like personal experience and conversations we've had with people who have done it already, and then just information that's out there for you guys to be using. So let's get right into this because we have a lot to cover.
All right, first and foremost, make sure you're asking yourself that really tough question. Are you ready for this next step? Grad school is not something that you just, wake up one morning and feel like doing. It is something that you really definitely need to put your mind to it. It's a lot of hard work. I was having a conversation this summer with somebody who just finished their PhD, and they were asking me, why do you want to do this? And I was like, oh, I'd like to have that doctor logo on it. And they're like, that's not a good reason. reason. Because it is a lot of years and a lot of work to put into.
Yeah, if you thought your undergraduate degree was an investment, which it is, going into graduate school is a longer, sometimes more time-consuming, what's the word I'm looking for? Commitment that you're making. At that point, people are maybe paying you to do this PhD, to do your dissertation, to do research in your field. There's a lot riding on this, and you have to really take it seriously and see if you can commit to this in the long term, and if this is even something that you want to do. Like Diana said, having that doctor logo sounds really nice next to your name, but if you don't want to be in school anymore, like that's totally fine, but you need to make that decision if you do or don't want to do this.
Yeah. Next step, once you have decided this is something you want to do, maybe do some research, not only on what school you want to apply to or what position or what degree you want to pursue, but do a little bit of research on what it means to have a master's degree, what it means to pursue a master's degree or graduate level degree. Again, just to help you understand that this is really what you want to do. You want to invest this money and your time, and you want that outcome.
Yeah, definitely. And a PhD in different fields means different things. In some, it means a more academic career. In others, it's working more intensely in your field, doing on-site research or working with different technologies. So it just depends, and you need to do that research to kind of see what you're getting yourself into. But not just about the degree and what it means in, I guess, your long-term career, but also the program itself. You know, what the location of the school has, what faculty you'll be working with, because you will be working with them for the next couple of years. So be very well informed about where you're going to be going and what you're looking at getting into.
I know that you're looking as part of your research for your for your graduate school. I know you're doing some site visits.
Yeah, so far I've visited 3 schools here in Texas, and for me, I felt like that was really important because I'm not comfortable in certain environments, and so some schools gave me like a very like at home, very welcoming environment. I saw that was like a weird hiccup cough. I saw people that like I would relate to or people that I would like to work with, and in other places I didn't get that vibe at all. I was like, I'm not really like meshing well with the people here. So now I'm looking at going to out of state schools to go and visit them and kind of see what those programs are. And also I'm just picky about climate too. So I like to go and see like how the weather is and if I'm actually gonna like it. So site visits, important if you can do them, but if not, you should be able to get enough information about the program and faculty itself from the school's website.
Next, be sure to have an undergraduate mentor. This is really important. I know that me personally, I'm talking to some of my professors who went to grad school, or well, all of them went to grad school, but I'm talking to some of the ones that went to the specific, program I'm interested in, just to see how their experience was, what they needed to do in their undergrad to prepare for their grad school. I don't know. I'm sure you've already gone through that.
Yeah,
you're going through.
I've talked with my professors a lot about, the places that they've gone and like the opportunities that were available to them, the faculty they worked with, but also your professors have friends in many places. So, talking to your professors, they might recommend, well, hey, like I know a Dr. So-and-so who works at the University of blah, 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 and their research is really close to what you're interested in, or they're teaching a class that is exactly what you're interested in. And they can make those recommendations, and you can maybe turn your eye to a program or faculty member that you didn't even know about.
This not only helps you with, planning out your undergrad, but maybe you'll need some funding for your graduate studies or something. Maybe, the loans are kind of piling up or
Oh, yes,
something.
they are.
I know one of my professors was like, hey, maybe take a tutoring position here as an undergrad so that you can become a TA in your graduate school, and that'll help pay off some of your tuition and stuff. So they can offer, ideas on like funding. They can offer, like AJ said, different professors at specific schools you're interested in that you can talk to. A professor or a mentor in your undergraduate is really, really good for planning out what you want to do with your grad school.
Yeah, if you think that your peer mentor can give you pro tips for your undergraduate, your professor gives you pro tips for looking into those graduate programs. So it's just the next level up.
Make sure you're checking out the requirements. Just like if you're applying for a job, every grad school has a certain amount of GPA requirements, a certain, like, we want you to have this type of background, all these courses completed. They just want you to be the best candidate we want you to be the best candidate possible for them.
Undergraduate research is something that's very attractive to graduate universities right now. They're looking for students that are already reaching above and beyond and doing these projects of their own initiative and maybe getting these research fellowships that are available to undergraduate students. So if you haven't had an undergraduate research fellowship, probably best recommendation is to talk to professors because they're the ones that know that these fellowships are out there and available. That's how I got my first fellowship. I had never seen a flyer for it or heard about it at all. Like it was a professor that was like, "Hey, I think you qualify for this." So it doesn't hurt to just ask, like, "Do you know of any fellowships or research opportunities?" And also just building close relationships with professors is helpful too. I had a professor of mine just ask me, like, "Hey, do you want to help me on this research project I'm doing?" So build those relationships, get comfortable with asking your professors for help.
Again, GRE scores. What does GRE stand for?
GRE is Graduate Review.
Review exam.
It is very hard. Have you taken it yet?
No, not yet.
I took it and I was very sad afterwards. It's a very intensive test. Think of your SAT, but just 10 times worse than that. It's not